Hello everyone, this is Superstar BGL 23 and today I'm gonna talk about the topic messed up. Now the first one is about two homies that I had in the past. The first one I will call Mr. BS. The second one I will call Mr. Homie. So Mr. Homie, he wanted me to do something for him. I don't remember exactly what, but he wanted me to do something for him. I thought, okay, it's good. Okay? We separated. And I went to do my work. It was paperwork that we did together. He did his area, I did my area. So we separated and we did our job. But I was thinking and I had my doubts. So I went to Mr. BS. That person also worked at the same workplace. And I told him the whole story. I told him Mr. Homie said this and that, should I do it? And Mr. BS said, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Right? So I thought, okay, it's good. I'm going back to Mr. Homie. I'm going to tell him the whole story, and that I don't want to do it. But before I got the chance, Mr. BS went to Mr. Homie and told him what I told him. And Mr. Homie didn't like it. So the next day when he saw me, he was angry and said, yeah, why did you talk to Mr. BS about our business, blah, blah, blah. And that's when I realized Mr. BS was just flapping his mouth. I wanted advice from him, but he made the whole situation ugly. So 2 days after that, I met Mr. BS. I told him, yeah, why did you do that? Why did you talk to Mr. Homie about our business? I wanted advice. I was going to tell Mr. Homie, but I never got the chance. And yeah, because it was the second time that he did that, yeah, I said that. I said that to him. This is the second time that you did this. And at that point he got angry at me. He got angry at me and he said, yeah, I can beat you up, blah blah blah. Let's leave it at that. He just didn't want to admit his mistake. So he walked away and I left it at that. And the same day, I remember one of my other colleagues asked Mr. BS, why did you talk to him like that? And Mr. BS said, yeah, people spoiled me. That's the only thing he said. But here's my question. If people spoil you, I'm not one of those people. So why the reaction? Why did you get mad at me? Because I'm not the person who did that bad stuff to you. You see? So that's messed up number one. The second one is about the girl. The same girl that I talked about, that I knew for 10 years. After the discussion that we had on January the 1st, 2014, she saw that she couldn't win the battle this time because I was really messed up from all those things that she done in the past few years, the past 10 years. So she said, sorry, excuse me, I'm sorry for what I done. So I thought it's cool. But after that, after she said that, she apologized. She came, yeah, but I don't want to be friends with you anymore because you're only thinking of one thing, and I can't give it to you. I cannot give it to you. That's that's mistake number one. Because what is it exactly? Look, I'm telling you now. I'm telling you viewers. I'm telling you now. I told her. I told her that I loved her, you know. I told her that I had problems. Our friendship started all with her. She was the one. Look, let me put it different. It happened like this. My best friend at that time, 10 years ago, and her and me, we went to the cinema. And then after that the day passed, you know. I went home, she went home, my friend went home, you know. But my best friend, with my permission, he gave my phone number to her, and she called me. She called me, and that's how our friendship started, you know. But now suddenly you say you don't want to be friends anymore because I'm thinking of one thing. That one thing that I was waiting for all this time is your friendship. Your friendship. The reason why I touched you, your hand, your leg one time, and you said I couldn't do that, you know. I listened. But I just waited. I touched your hand. Why? Because you said you don't have to hold back. That is what you said yourself. And now you're using that against me? That ain't right, man. That ain't right. So that's example number 2, yeah? Many things she couldn't remember. Many things she couldn't remember. And yeah, if you can't remember, then it will look like I am the bad guy. But that's just messed up. That's just messed up. The only reason why I said I hope I can prove it to you end of the year is because in the past, the last time that we saw each other, she told me I had to eat more, right? She told me I had to eat more. And I took that as a positive comment. Positive comment. That day I took it as a positive comment. And this day it's still a positive comment. That what that is what I was talking about. When I saw her the next day, you know, uh, next day, the last time when I saw her, the last time when I saw her was maybe 18 months ago. But yeah, she said she said things. I don't go further back than 6 years ago, right? And this is 18 months ago. So 18 months is 1 year and 6 months, but you can't remember anything. And then suddenly you say you don't want to be friends anymore because I'm thinking of one thing. It's the friendship. That is what I was thinking about. That is what I was waiting for 10 years. And now you're telling me you don't want to be friends anymore? Right. Really, man, stop turning things around. Stop treating me like an idiot. Because that ain't right. Like I said before, some guys, they will allow it for a few years, maybe a few days. They will notice it, but because they like you, you know? And for me, it's the same thing. I'm a guy, you know. I liked you a lot. That's why I let you in my life. And I was really happy to have someone like you in my life. The only reason why I'm saying these things is because I care about you. Until this day, I still care about you. I still care about you. Now, I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened. But you changed. And when I say changed, I mean from good to bad. Because it didn't have to go this way. And the third one, and this, hey, this one is really a joke, man. Was at school. There was a guy, and I don't know exactly what happened. I can't remember that anymore. I don't want to remember. But this guy, I remember I walked away and I was maybe 6 meters from him, and suddenly he walked at me as a raging beast, and he was bigger than me. So he came to me as a raging beast. He walked at me furious, hey, wanted to beat me. So it seemed. So I turned around with my face towards him. I just stood my ground. And when he was exactly in front of me, he stopped. And I told him, did I touch you? Did I curse at you? And you know what he said? You're acting like an idiot. So I looked at him. I thought, hey, what are you talking about, man? That is what I thought. What I thought. Hey. So I said, you know what? I don't have time for this. I turned around. I walked away. So that guy, maybe I was supposed to run away, that I'm being scared or something like that. But hey, I'm not like that. So he walked away as well. And that was that. But I mean, he was also a friend. And that is what I mean. That's the third one. The third one. And I had plenty of cases. People be using me for my money, trust, you know. Even my best friend that I had, that I knew for 15 years, he just stabbed me in the back. And that's why I'm really careful who 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 I work with, what kind of friend I take. Cause really, man, it's messed up. So that's what I gotta say. And comment, rate, and subscribe. And speak to you guys soon. Hey, check my music. Check my music. You're gonna like it, man. Peace.